Hey everyone, it's Kevin again. What a great intro, huh? Here at Seattle Center in the shadow of the Space Needle. There it is right there. Pacific Science Center over there. The arena, for all you basketball fans, even though we don't got a team. And then the fountain. And me. So anyway, just wanted to say hey, and we're another lunch with Kevin here. Today we're going to go ahead and look at the Odwalla. For starters, there it is. 100% juice smoothie. It's got apples and peaches and mangoes and bananas, spirulina and kale in it. Again with the kale. Anyway, kale's great for you, don't get me wrong. Anyway, I'm guessing without even looking at the nutritional thing, I'm gonna say we're gonna be pushing almost 200 calories, 180, and a bunch of carbs in there. It's got to be over 40, 50 carbs. So let's go ahead and take a peek. Woo! Okay, calories are 240. Carbs are 58. You got 1 gram of dietary fiber, so even at a net carb of 57, keto people, stay away. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's pretty thick and green, the epitome of a green drink. So I'm going to open this up. Let's see what, a little difficult to open. Give her a sip here, and we'll go ahead and let you know what I think. Well, down the hatch. This one's a really good one. It does taste like a sweet smoothie. You can definitely taste the apple. Actually, surprisingly, I don't taste the kale. Now, those of you, if you're not on keto and you're not watching your calories and you're not doing that stuff, I would highly recommend this one. It's very good. Although there is a lot of carbs in it, so make sure you adjust your diet accordingly. So, anyway, thanks for watching this today. Kind of went off the rails a little bit yesterday. I'm going to cover a couple things to make sure that we're all on the same page here. There was a survey done. When I was talking to you guys yesterday, I mentioned some stuff about retirement and don't get caught. And it's a tough thing to recover from, because recovering that money and recovering money, whether it's a stock market loss or a bad investment or a bad whatever. Recovering when you hit 50, recovering is pretty tough, because you got life spinning around you as well as all the other payments you have, and to try to sock away some more money is a daunting task sometimes. So, and it seems like everybody, it's a big concern. I'm actually here in Seattle Center versus Puget Sound today, down on the water. A client of mine wanted to meet here today. He's got a business that he needs some help with as far as generating some people, and getting some people into his business and helping him with his finances and restructuring that. So, but to get back to it, there was a survey done by the Alliance of Life Insurance in North America. It found that within the ages of 44 to 75, 3 out of 5 people said they worry about running out of money and assets more than they worry about dying. Well, check that out. That's a pretty ominous statistic. The upside of having fears like that, it does promote people to save, and so you get these, people that are socking away tons of money in their savings as a serious saving strategy. The downside, however, that's the thing we really have to consider here, and it really does worry people, and it spooks people when you start talking about running out of money and running out of retirement stuff. So what happens if you're in your retirement and you run out of money? What are the options? What can you do? Now, I was a financial advisor for a number of years in Phoenix, as well as Seattle here, for Wells Fargo and a couple other places. So I do have a pretty good grasp on money and what to do and how to handle that. I have a network of people that, if it's beyond me, we can, I definitely can refer you to other people that can give you a hand. So, what you do if you start running out, you just hope that you have good family, good community services in place, that sort of thing. And of course, when your account runs out, you hopefully that your Social Security is kicking in somewhere near there. But you really can't count on that right now. There's they try and scare us all the time with that running out. Is it going to be there? All that other stuff. And so I try not to worry about it. I try not to think about that. I make my own way. I do my own thing. I'm not a victim, as I said yesterday. I'm not going to let the circumstances around me dictate who I am. Take control of your stuff. Take control of your shit. Get it all in one sock. This is what you need to do. So, 1 in 6 older Americans, that's me, believes that they live below the federal poverty level, and that's according to a recent government study. So there is a big concern about that. The 16%, which is a gigantic proportion of those, are people that are Americans living in poverty, and they're the seniors, and that's a huge statistic. 16% of those people that are living in poverty are seniors. So an alternative calculation and stuff. So, you know, it's the reason that they end up having so many problems. There's stuff that isn't calculated in their out-of-pocket medical expenses, supplemental poverty, just all kinds of different stuff that's put in there. For folks on fixed incomes, you know, millions of Americans are suffering, and millions more are living on the edge of financial crisis right now. You know, what do they say? You know, 80-some% of us, or something like that. 70% of us are, you know, a paycheck away from bankruptcy or something like that. So there's so many prior military and firefighters, police, first responders out there, and seniors that are desperately needing assistance and navigating through all their options and getting assistance in a path to get them back on track. Whether it's your money or your health or whatever it is, it seems like everybody's kind of faded off track. When you start talking about money, man, health goes south, everything kind of goes, and it adds stress to your life, which, you know, there's all kinds of things that come with stress too. So it can only be accomplished getting this sense of, you know, whatever, getting rid of the stress and all that's going to only come when you have balance with your health, your economic security, your relationships at work and at home. So you got to put all those pieces together, and it sounds like a lot, but it's really actually not. It's a pretty simple process to get those things. And you know, worrying about your money and all of that just is another thing to add stress to all that other stuff that you're trying to deal with. So I'm here to help. I understand. You know, I was in that same situation not too long ago. Unfortunately, it took me losing everything. I had to lose everything before I realized that I had to do something about it. And so, as you may figure out, my family knows this about me. You know, I research and do things ad nauseum. I put them together, and before I take action, and I want to know exactly what I'm doing. And so I've done that here. You know, in firefighting, we call this bumping our head on every rafter. You know, it means we keep doing the same thing every single time, and we get the same result. So, you know, go figure. You know, people want a different result. You got to do something different. You got to change it up a bit. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. That's just not going to happen. As I said, you know, yesterday, my friend's dad's contemplating the yellow Walmart vest as a supplement. He's prior military, retired first responder. I mean, the guy's a great guy, but he made some bad investments. He didn't save enough when he was younger, and now it's all caught up to him. So he has to make up some time. So, you know, but first let me say, I mean, if a yellow Walmart vest is your aspiration and that's what you want to do, be the best damn yellow greeter in Walmart. Be the best one at it. Take pride in what you do. Don't sit around and dwell on it as oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Because if you're doing that, then you need to go. You need to leave. You need to buck up. You need to figure it out. You need to go do something that puts you in a better position. Because sitting there at Walmart and wearing that vest is not putting you in a better position if you're sitting there worrying about it. Again, if it's what your aspirations are and it's what you want that final signature on your life when you leave, great. Be the best Walmart's vest wearer that you can be and greet everybody and check all those receipts. So, don't be that person, you know, that person or woman or whatever standing there hating your life because you don't have enough money to quit your job. Don't hate that. Do something about it. When I say enough, do you really know what I mean by enough? Have you ever asked anybody what enough is? Have you sat down and figured out and calculated that out for yourself? Probably not. Most people haven't. And I don't necessarily mean money. I mean skills. I mean anything. Skills to do anything else. I mean, have enough guts to do anything. You know, that's another thing I mean. You know, having enough guts to step out there and do something about it. Enough guts to stick it out and claim what's yours for your family and standing up and doing what's right for your family. I'm not a huge risk taker. That's why it took me so long to figure all this out. In addition, you know, the same rules don't apply to all of us when we hit 50. I'm a realist again. You know, once we hit 50, 53, 54, and start moving up from there, it's really hard to find a job. You know, and I don't agree with it, but I understand. You know, people don't want to hire someone that's only going to be standing around for a couple years. You know, you've got to make your own way. You've got to do something about it. You know, come on. And I'm a realist, like I said, and I know that the interviews change in tone as we go through interviews at 50. So, in addition, and y'all know what I mean, now that it's time to stick it out and stake your claim. You know what I mean? Stake your claim. You know, put your flag in the ground and say, this is my spot. and defend your family, support your family. Don't lose everything like I did. I lost everything because I didn't see the forest through the trees. I didn't see what was going on. So, you want to go out there, you want to be the hammer. Become a hammer. When you become a hammer, everything's a damn nail. And do it. Try everything. Try everything out. Extend yourself out there. Stick it out there a little bit. Watch the video below. It's the one that changed everything for me. And it's a review of a book that I read that, as I said yesterday, you're an expert in something. Something out there is what you do, and you do it well. 50 years of experience, you've got to have built up something. I don't care what it is. As I said, I have friends. I call them friends, but they're actually my clients. I have clients that, sell hot dogs. I have clients, the one that does tamales. I have another one that she makes ceramic dolls. It doesn't matter what you do. There is somebody out there that wants to learn how to do it, and you have a skill that you can train somebody in, and you can make a difference. So, after 50 years or more of life, you do have a story to tell. You have skills you developed along the way. The world needs your experience. There's a whole younger generation out there that doesn't even take into consideration some of these things. Holding doors, pushing in chairs, some of the smaller things. If they're not paying attention to those, what else are they not paying attention to? So you need to get out there and you need to guide those people. You need to be that person, that mentor, that counselor, that person that helps them through this mess so they don't make the same mistakes you did. So click below and help someone you need with your expertise. If you follow the steps and do the work, in a world of attraction, you're going to get back what you put in, or more, I promise. So I thought of a saying the other day, and it's, imagine what you could do if you did all that you can do. Now think about that. If you think about that, think about it, mull it around in your head, let me know what you think that means. Drop it in a comment down below. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit the notifications, because I do one of these every day. If you're finding me on my website, there's a link down below, but it's Your Health Beyond 50. Go ahead and go check out .com. Go ahead and check it out and see. I've got great stories in there on sugar, how bad that is for you. I'm going to do some stuff on finances. This is a well-rounded website for all of us over 50. These are the tools that I found that I want to give to you guys for free. Again, the link below has the book that changed my life and got me going in the right direction. It's called Expert Secrets, and I'm going to send that, and I'm going to put a link down below for you to go ahead and try that out. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. My friend Russell Brunson put it out, and I'll tell you what, it's what changed my business. It got me going in the right direction. It's just a fantastic tool to use to show you what you can do. You know what you can do. You have it in there. You just got to unlock it. Let me help you do that. Click the link below. Comment on things that I have down there. Subscribe. Let's get started and getting your life back on track. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm enjoying this weather out here in Seattle. It's still beautiful, mid-November, and I'm sitting out here in the sun. This is awesome. You guys have a great day.